Hello everyone, Recast here with our Ghostbusters 2 Standard Proton Pack. In this video we're going to cover 3 areas. 1 is operations, 2 is maintenance, and 3 is construction. So as you can see, everything on the thrower controls the pack. What you're first going to want to do is trigger on the sound amplifier. That's the middle button right there. As soon as you turn that on, you're ready to use all the other functions of the pack. Activate here, switches it on. Intensify here, fires. Hit it again, turns it off, gives the turn off sound. That turn off sound is tied to the vent light as well. But usually you keep that on so you have that nice vent light glowing through the night. The top button up here is the venting button. That sound is from the video game. Some people like to have the soundtrack, the Ghostbusters theme song or another song off of the Ghostbusters soundtrack programmed to that button, which I can do if you let me know in advance. Otherwise it will come standard with that vent sound on it. Once you're done, you're going to want to turn off the sound amplifier and then the lights. You can also run this just with the lights. Just leave the sound amplifier button off. That will last about 8 to 10 hours on this battery pack charge. If you run with the sound on and the lights, it will last about 4 to 5 hours before starting to crackle and show signs of needing a recharge. But it should last about 8 to 10 hours. That's about it when it comes to operations. Now for maintenance, there isn't much that needs to be maintained other than possibly the batteries needing to be swapped out. So if that time comes, or if something else happens, you need to get inside the pack. You take off 4 Allen head bolts down here, up here, 2 on each side on the top, 2 on each side on the bottom, and then lift the pack off. One hand being up here on top and one on the bottom. You can lift off by the bumper, pulling up on the bumper, and holding it either here or I suggest here. Is very sturdy. So you can hold it and then pull it straight off, and then it'd be exposed to all the electronics in the soundboard. But the battery pack is down here at the bottom. Wrapped in electrical tape is 10 AA rechargeable batteries. You're going to want to recharge them with the same type, or you can put alkaline if you're in a tough spot and you can't find any rechargeables, or you don't have time to recharge. But when it is time to recharge, just plug the rechargeable AC adapter right in here, and it'll take about 2 hours to charge to full. It does have a trickle charge setting, which I leave it on by default. If you want, you can put it on fast charge, and it'll probably go to 45 minutes to get it fully charged. Okay, so that being said, on to construction. Everything on here is screen accurate. It's either original part or a resin replica. I built the whole gun here based off of the specifications found online and off various reference pictures from the screen used parts. Once I made the master of these things, I molded them and casted them myself using all smooth-on resins and platinum silicones. So it's all very high quality, very durable stuff. The pieces that attach to the shell are all solid resin or solid foam resin to help with weight, because this thing comes in at about 30 pounds after all said and done. But the accessory pieces like the bumper, the injector tubes, the booster tube, ion arm, HGA, in filler tubes here. They're all solid casts, so they have weight and they're very rigid. So then I attach them to the shell with either hardware, like metal hardware, bolts and screws, and nuts and washers, or by aluminum rivets, which are what attaches these pieces here. So they're all very well stuck on and not coming off. After everything is attached, it is wiped down, degreased, sanded, and shot with a primer, and then coated with a black matte paint, which gives it a very nice, flat, uniform look. Some people like to have it weathered where it looks like it's been scratched through, so you can see silver or would be metal underneath. It's a very easy look to achieve. I can instruct you how to do this so you can weather it to your liking. Or some people want it to look like brand new, like it just came off of the production garage there in New York where it hasn't been used at all. I tend to ship them just like that and leaving the weathering up to the client. The shell, the actual proton pack shell here, is molded from an actual cast that they used from the ones on the screen. The lineage can be tied back to HMS shell. Now, a bunch of people printed off of their own types. They constructed their own out of wood, whatever. There's a lot of different shells out there, but this is one of the few that are a direct descendant of the ones used on screen. So that pretty much covers construction and origin of parts and the finishes. So that being said, this is the standard Ghostbusters 2 Proton Pack. There are other models which I make, but I'm not getting into them on this video. If there are any questions, they can be emailed to me at recast.relics@gmail.com or find me on my eBay store at recast.replications. All right, thank you.